HarperCollins presents Helpless. Are Riley and his two little siblings in danger? By Cathy Glass. Read by Denica Fairman. Acknowledgements. A big thank you to my family, my editors Ida and Holly, my literary agent Andrew, my UK publisher HarperCollins, and my overseas publishers who are now too numerous to list by name. Last, but definitely not least, a big thank you to my readers for your unfailing support and kind words. They are much appreciated. Author's note. At present, there are over 100,000 children in care in the UK. A further 50,000 are considered at risk, and 300,000 in need. These children are still living with their families, and the parents are given support and monitored by the social services. Some parents are able to make the necessary changes so their family can stay together, but others can't, and the children have to be removed. I felt with Janie and her 3 children that it could go either way. This is their story. Chapter 1. Early one morning. It was still dark as I parked outside 32 Bridge Street. There were no lights on in the ground floor maisonette I was visiting, which wasn't a good sign. Janie was expecting me. She and her 3 children should be up by now, getting ready to leave for school on time, which they hadn't been doing. Janie had received an official letter warning her that if she didn't ensure her children attended school regularly and on time, she could be prosecuted. It wasn't an idle threat. Over 10,000 parents are prosecuted for their children's non-attendance at school in England every year, resulting in fines and even imprisonment. I opened my car door and got out. The chilly early morning air hit me. It was 7:40 a.m. on a grey, overcast day in late January. The 2-bedroom maisonette where Janie and her children lived was in a row of similar properties. Most of the occupants were local authority housing tenants. Janie didn't know any of them. A low brick wall and small patch of lawn separated each front door from the pavement. Janie had been given help finding this property, having fled an abusive partner. She was in receipt of financial support in the form of various benefits, and practical support in the form of me. Having decided to retire from full-time fostering the year before, I was now working part-time as a family support worker, FSW, as well as doing occasional respite fostering. I'd been a foster carer for 30 years and felt I had something to offer. The local authority had felt so too, for the role of FSW had been their suggestion. I'd taken a few months off last year after my last foster child had left to spend more time with my family, catch up with friends, and, with the help of my youngest daughter Paula, redecorate most of the house. I'd then received the referral for Janie and, after an initial meeting, had begun visiting her 6 weeks ago. Janie was struggling, and at present I wasn't sure if I was making a difference or not. It seemed to be 1 step forward and 3 back. But I was trying to stay positive and work out new strategies that might help Janie to keep her children with her and out of foster care. I pressed the doorbell and waited. Janie, aged 26, wasn't a bad person, but her parenting was giving cause for concern. She hadn't had much positive parenting herself, so had no role model. A number of unsuccessful relationships hadn't helped her confidence or self-esteem. Riley, 7, her eldest son, exploited the lack of firm and consistent boundaries, as many children would. His school had raised concerns, and at home he'd put himself in charge and challenged or refused to do most things his mother asked of him. He'd also been in trouble with the police. Jayden, 5, copied his older brother, and together they presented a united front that overrode their mother. Lola, 3, was cute, and Janie's obvious favourite, which wasn't helping the boy's behaviour. As parents or carers, we can't have favourites, and it was something I would work on with Janie at a later date. But for
Sample complete. Ready to continue?